from our Borla studios, this is Motorhead Garage presented by Top Coat. You know, most of our crew is on a summer vacation, so that means this is the perfect time to show you some neat stuff from seasons past. And there's not much cooler than this. It's the AP Lazer, and it's one of our favorites here on the show. Last season, John Gardner and I got to take a look at some of the things the AP Lazer can do, and I can tell you this, it's only limited by your imagination.
And I'm here with Brad from 1245 Graphics. Now, Brad, you're a car guy. You have an AP Lazer. That's a win-win. Tell me about your business.
So 1245 Graphics does it all, from automotive wraps to embroidery, screen printing, and even laser etching and customization.
Now, that's a lot when we get to a car. First of all, take a look at this valve cover. This is phenomenal. Tell me all about it. How did you create this thing?
So this valve cover was actually done from an old DeSoto badge plate. We actually had to take a very good picture of it and hand draw it on the computer to be able to get that design. And then the DeSoto oil cap that we have was actually basically taken from scratch, and we wanted something classic, but we wanted to incorporate the year of the car into it. So that's where that design comes from, and I think it complements the car itself just tremendously.
Now, you have to put all this stuff on a program?
Yes, so basically we use about 3 different design softwares depending on what mood I'm in and what application we're going for, and then we transfer it over to our laser file.
Man, my head's spinning a lot of ideas on cars. What can you do on a vehicle?
So a vehicle, we can do a whole bunch. Just staying underneath the hood, the valve covers, oil caps, your air covers, and even serializing part numbers. And then whenever we move into the interior, your headrest can be laser etched. Your speedometer brackets can even be custom done as well.
Right, now that VIN etching, that's pretty cool. A lot of new cars even do that to help prevent theft. I mean, that's pretty cool, or deter it.
Oh yes, so basically let's say you're working on this 71 Corvette or even the 30 DeSoto, and you're really worried about somebody just taking your car, stealing it. Well, what we can do is, not only is that going to be an identifier, but we can go through and etch your VIN number, your name, phone number throughout different parts on the car. And one of the best things is, let's say we wanted to put side pipes on the DeSoto. We can even do a design on those pipes and customize those pipes just for you.
Now, that's cool. I mean, not so much my name on it, but a design. I could put a side pipe or even exhaust. Some show cars have some cool exhaust. We can put some patterns on there.
Oh yes, so you're really unlimited because we can design things from scratch for you, or if you see something, we can take that and do it for you.
How'd you get involved with AP Lazer?
So AP Lazer, it's really a funny story. Whenever we went into our new building, the Monument Company had a AP Lazer, and we just went from there with it. And they said, use it, have fun with it, let's see if you can do it.
Well, people are probably wondering why there's a football here. Hey Dave, what's this football all about?
Hey, nice throw, John. I am glad you asked, because AP Lazer, one of the big selling points here, is all about personalization. And Brad, this football is kind of a special thing in your community. Tell me about that.
So this football is actually our Player of the Week football. We wanted to do a Player of the Week for a local high school, which is Chilhowie High School, and that's their logo. And we want to do something different, because usually it's either a plaque or a t-shirt, and it's the same thing all the time. We wanted to do something very special as our way of giving back to the community, and that's what you see there. And if we flip it, we'll actually put the student's name and their number. That way, that's something just for them.
That is cool, and you can personalize just about anything. Like a Corvette like this, there's all kinds of possibilities. Hey, John, there you go. Thanks.
Yes, so your chrome, we can do personalization on all your chrome. We can actually take your hood off. Let's say you had a Firebird and you wanted Smokey and the Bandit. We can actually etch that onto your hood just for Smokey and the Bandit.
You read my mind.
Yes.
And it's because of the open architecture of the machine.
Yes.
So you can do that.
On this machine, where it is open underneath, if you can fit it underneath, then you can etch it. And let's say you can't fit it underneath. You can build your own jig for this, level it to whatever you're etching, and you're good to go.
That is cool. And if you have a problem with it, you run into a snag, what do you do?
You call tech support. It's 24/7, and I personally have been on tech support at midnight talking to them going, I don't know what's going on. Within 30 minutes, everything was fixed, and we were going back through, and I was finally able to leave about 3 a.m.
We always hear great things about their tech support. And right now, what are we working on here?
So inside, we actually have a Motorhead Garage valve cover. We've seen how we did the DeSoto valve cover. We want to do something special just for Motorhead Garage. So we've got your logo in a laserable file, and that's what's going on right now.
And there you have it. One Motorhead Garage valve cover done.
Yes, so now all we got to do is clean it, and then get 2 coats of F11 on it, and we're ready to send it out the door.
Well, you can do just about anything with AP Lazer. You're only limited by your imagination. And if you are limited by your imagination, just check out their website, aplazer.com/TV, and they've got some ideas there for you too. And if you go to aplazer.com/TV, there is a special discount for our Motorhead Garage viewers. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by Top Coat right after this.
How about some Motorhead Garage trivia? China is the world's leading car manufacturer. In 2018, they made 28% of all cars and trucks produced in the world. Just how many cars did China produce that year? The answer? 25 million. Over 3/4 of those were passenger cars, and the rest were commercial vehicles. Motorhead Garage coming up right after this. Motorhead Garage, presented by Top Coat, is brought to you by Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radios since 1977. Dirty Deeds Industries, performance without drone. And by Top Coat, make life easier.
You are cruising along with Motorhead Garage presented by Top Coat, and we're still cruising along with our friends at AP Lazer. Every once in a while they come on to the show and they show us something that's not exactly automotive related, but the point is, as I said earlier, if you just use your imagination, you can use the AP Lazer on just about anything. And if you need proof, check this out. Now, our friends from AP Lazer have been on the show before, and every time they come into the studio, I want one of these. Tony, why is the AP Lazer so popular?
Well, what we believe at AP Lazer is as technology advances, our physical needs are met more easily. And so customers are going to be more interested in prioritizing their emotional needs. And the best way to connect with the consumer on an emotional level is through personalization. So big companies like Coca-Cola, they have this idea down pat. They put in names on their Coke bottles, and the Share a Coke campaign was one of their best marketing strategies yet.
So there's lots of great ideas for personalization, but this is Motorhead Garage. So how does this translate to the automotive world?
With that same concept in mind, this laser machine can pull out its home base, allowing for large engravings. So you can personalize car doors, tires, glass, or product parts.
If you're part of a fleet, you can stamp your part numbers into it. You keep track of all your parts that way, or put your logo on it.
Exactly.
So AP Lazer, why do I want to choose you guys over one of the other lasers out there?
When you're going with AP Lazer, you're not just buying a machine. You're investing into a relationship with our company that's going to last for as long as you're in business. We want to make sure that you are successful with your business with our machine, and we have 24/7 tech support to back that up.
Let's talk about what you have here today. You've got a watermelon. This is a television first here on Motorhead Garage. Why a watermelon?
First of all, it highlights the way we can engrave weird 3D objects. So it doesn't matter what you're engraving. And secondly, it can be delicate enough to engrave a melon, and we can also cut it. We can do whatever we want with this.
So we're going to show the sensitivity of this thing and the adjustability. So we're going to just engrave the surface. And while we're doing that, we're going to check in with John. He's with a customer who's figured out a lot of cool things to do with AP Lazer.
That's right, Dave. We do have a special guest in the studio.
Well, I don't know. I'm not that special, to tell you the truth. John, anyway.
Hey, great impersonation, but what he's not impersonating is a laser engraver. This is James from Laser Mafia. James, tell me about your company, and let's look at some of the things that you engrave.
Well, I engrave all sorts of products. Granite, I am a marble and granite by day guy, and also this is some other granite pieces I've done. We cut acrylic. We can cut wood. We can engrave leather. This is a leather treasure map. I mean, we make all sorts of different things, all walks of life. The idea is to connect with the customer for their personal needs, and it's amazing when people leave in tears. And for instance, over here, we did things for somebody, for their dad, their hunting buddy, who they were so close to.
And think about it, two things, the versatility and obviously profitability. I want to make some money. I mean, different materials. Tell us about the materials, and also, you told me a little bit earlier, the mug, man, big profit there.
Exactly. I mean, I buy these at a dollar store, okay? And then you engrave them, you spray it with material and engrave them, and it's a very simple process. And with the AP Lazer, what I find, I can do large unit items. We can fit them. We have the room with the pass-through design to where we can easily fit the apparatus for rolling the rotary pieces, or we can actually fit things as big as a car door on there, which is nice. You can incorporate the automotive business. We do things like tiny pieces of leather. We do wood. We do acrylic. If you look at this, look at the cut detail on this acrylic. It's so simple, and it's a very simple, fast operation for input. Acrylic chopsticks with the restaurant's name on it. These are just some of the many, many, many different things that you can do. Wood, we cut wood, we engrave it. There's a lot of things we can do, give it shading. It's a wonderful accessibility to other products.
That's awesome, yeah. AP Lazer, they gave you all those opportunities. Great tech support, it's all right there. You know, they're engraving over there. Let's see how it wound up.
All right, well, it looks like our watermelon is just about finished. Looking pretty good.
Boy, Dave, all this watermelon engraving sure has made me hungry.
Of course.
This is not your watermelon. We're going to do this later.
That was our next project, but you ruined the whole thing.
Yeah, well, it's amazing always that we're actually engraving on a watermelon. I mean, we've done cups, we've done tires, refrigerators fit under there. We've engraved so much stuff over here. I mean, the profitability is amazing. And boy, there it is. Looks phenomenal as well.
And the variety is amazing. You can do a watermelon, but you can do auto parts, which is the reason we're here on Motorhead Garage. And if you come up with an idea and you need some inspiration or need some tips, there's a Facebook users group and all these users connecting with each other, telling about their tips and tricks with AP Lazer.
Absolutely. You can find them on the web.
Yep, aplazer.com.
Well, stick around. There's plenty more Motorhead Garage presented by Top Coat right after this break.
Motorhead Garage, presented by Top Coat, coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
You know, I work on a lot of shows where cars are being restored, and there are a lot of muscle cars, and the builders always tell me the tolerances back in the 60s, back when those cars were made, they were terrible. It was a human being working on it, of course, and so the gaps between all the panels and everything were way off, and they were inconsistent from car to car. But now the automotive industry has evolved, so there are robots involved and computers and bigger technology, and that changes the cars. Now they're all repeatable, and that changes the way Rockauto.com does business.
Right. Yeah, when we started out 20 years ago, we focused on just replacement parts. But over time, the accessory part manufacturers have improved their processes like the car manufacturers did. So you get something like a bull bar for the front of your truck. You know that, okay, it's supposed to bolt on. Well, the car manufacturer put the holes in the right spot. They're the correct distances apart on the vehicle, and the bull bar manufacturer made their part to exact tolerances so it fits too.
And this is cool because, you know, if you're mechanically inclined, you've replaced all the things on your car that you need to do to keep it up to date, and now you can get down to the business of making it look cool.
We have stuff simple to install like floor mats. You just plop them in. If you have your headlights are crazed or cracked or something, you can get replacement headlights that are original equipment style from Rockauto.com, or you can get custom headlights like these that are projector that make your vehicle look cooler.
So now this opens Rockauto.com to a whole bunch of people who just want something that looks nifty.
Right. Yeah, we sell accessories now, bumpers, trailer hitches, lights, all sorts of fun things to customize your vehicle, make it look cooler.
Time now for the lowdown with Magic Creeper.
All right, there is no doubt you have seen one of these. It is a multi-tool. Now, nobody's carrying pocket knives around anymore. This thing has everything. It's got pliers, a screwdriver, clippers, a nose hair trimmer, spork. Who knows what's in these things? And you know what? You can think of the Magic Creeper as a multi-tool as well. Keep it in the back seat of your car, as I have here in the family truckster. And it doesn't weigh anything. You can also use it as a blanket, by the way, if you need it in an emergency situation. And we've got a bit of a situation. That's the reason I'm grabbing this. Ran across, maybe this has happened to you, ran across a plastic bag on the highway, just a shopping bag. And with your hot exhaust, sometimes it gets stuck under there. I didn't see it come out when I looked in my rearview mirror, so I suspect it's up under there in the exhaust somewhere. So we will use the Magic Creeper to get under this car. This works better than a conventional creeper because there are no wheels, so you get a few inches of extra ground clearance, and some of us need it. Thank you very much. And it's super simple to unroll the creeper. First, you just throw it out there like you're bowling and sit your bottom on it, scoot it out a couple of inches, and then you're able to go under the vehicle. Now I'm going to check under here to see where the problem is. The great thing, by the way, about the creeper is you can move left and right to inspect anything you need to underneath. You stay on top of the creeper, so you are not on the wet ground. You can roll over gravel, you can roll over tools, grass, anything. The creeper rolls over with no problem, and you won't even feel it if you're rolling over something rough. And guess what? Right up here by the catalytic converter, I just found the offending bag up underneath, and I got it before most of it melted off, which is super cool. Now, my knees are as old as I am, and that is pretty old. And I am thankful for the Magic Creeper whenever I need it, around my car or in the garage, or just around the house doing all kinds of odd jobs. Be sure to check them out at magiccreeper.com and accept no imitations.
Let me give you a scenario that everybody can relate to. You're going down the road, you hit the brake pedal, and bam, you start feeling a pulsation or a shimmy in the steering wheel. Probably resulted from lateral runout. I'll show you how to measure that real quick. Just go ahead and take your wheel off. Ferrari was nice enough to give us these studs, but if your rotor's loose, put some lug nuts on and secure them. I got a dial indicator set up right here, zeroed out, touching the rotor. Just simply go around and spin your rotor around. And what you don't want is any more than 3 thousandths. If you have more than 3 thousandths, well, guess what? That 3 thousandths goes around. That really doesn't cause the pedal pulsation, but it causes disc thickness variation. It's hitting the rotor, bam, bam, bam. When it does that, the pads go in and out, and you start to feel it. Well, you can just take a micrometer. You can go around the rotor in 8 different places at the same difference. You don't want any more than 5/10 thousandths. That's less than 1 thousandths. And what that does, it gives you that pedal feel or that pedal pulsation. It's disc thickness variation. Now, how do you stop that? Well, don't over torque the lug nuts. Make sure that your surfaces are clean between your rotor and your hub, and when you put everything back together, use proper torque specifications, because you don't want to go down the road and feel that pedal pulsation. These 2 measurements along with those tips will help you avoid that.
Do not touch that dial. Do they make TVs with dials anymore? Anyway, don't go anywhere, because Motorhead Garage, presented by Top Coat, is coming back right after this.
What happens to all the cars that wind up in accidents or finally just die? In the United States alone, about 12.6 million cars are recycled every year. Some cars are stripped for parts, others are worth more as scrap and head straight to the shredder. Just how much do auto salvage businesses in the U.S. make every year? A whopping $22 billion. Motorhead Garage coming up right after this. Motorhead Garage, presented by Top Coat, is brought to you by Stage 8 Fasteners, home of the world's best locking hitter bolt. Locking kits now available for all turbo applications. Go to stage8.com. Mike Lau Racing Engines, performance machine shop, parts supplier, and professional engine builder. Neil Chance Converters, home of the world's fastest automatic door slammers. And by NH Oil Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system.
You know, I love hosting Motorhead Garage, presented by Top Coat, because I get inspired by a lot of the inventions that come through here, and nothing's more inspiring than AP Lazer, except maybe my old buddy John Gardner.
You know I'm standing next to the AP Lazer, but you know, it doesn't look like the old AP Lazer we used to have. That's because it's not. It's a new sleek design, and you really can't even hear it. It's so quiet. But before we get to some of the new features, rest assured it's still the great AP Lazer we all come to know and love. It's got the open architecture down here design where you can virtually engrave anything. Anything's going to fit underneath of it. Some of the new features, well, it's got an actual new program in it, and that's amazing within itself, because the old program was very user-friendly. I mean, you didn't have to be a rocket scientist to use it, and that's a good thing, because nobody ever accused Dave and I of being a rocket scientist. Also has a power pack on the back that's new and improved. That's going to allow it to cut more efficiently and engrave more efficiently as it's going through it. Also a feature, if it stops at any time or for any reason, it's going to restart right in the middle of the program, and that's huge because that's a big time saver. Also on the machine, on the tray below, you have a removable top portion that actually allows the debris to fall down in the machine, and then that causes easier and more efficient engraving for the utmost accuracy when it comes to engraving. Now, 2 things come to mind. The versatility, man, we did stainless steel cups, tires, glass, all kinds of things it engraves. But more importantly, I'm happy to see that the American dream's alive and well. Man, what a better way to start a business. And Dave's over with an entrepreneur right now.
Bonnie, you've brought an incredible array of things you've done with your business, and you've been at this for about 2 years or so, right?
That's correct. About 2 years ago, we purchased our AP Lazer. We were interested in a small hobby laser to begin with, and after doing some research, I discovered that really AP Lazer was head and shoulders above the competition as far as the versatility of their lasers.
Yeah, what were some of the other things that set them apart?
Well, the main thing is they have an open architecture, so you can actually roll out the bottom of the machine and put in large items like the table that I did, so that you're not limited by, you know, a box like a lot of the other lasers are.
And one of the things that I hear from people is that the support you get from AP Lazer is second to none.
That is correct. They are amazing. 24/7 technical support. They can help you with the software programs, the machine itself, anything at all. They can remote in, and if you're having trouble with something on your computer, and actually walk you through it. We also have a fantastic Facebook group that once you purchase an AP Lazer, you are part of that group, and everybody is so wonderful. They're so helpful. We have some super users, as I call them, Chris and Matthew, and they are always right there for anybody that's new, helping them with the very littlest things to the most complicated things.
And it's not just the operation of the machine, but the particular mechanical functions, but you look at the array of things you've done here. You have slate, you have wood, and you have the metal that's used on these mugs and glass and all kinds of things that you can do. When you have the support from AP Lazer, they're taking the guesswork away when you get new material, right?
That is correct. If I decide to do a new material and I'm unfamiliar with it, I can give them a call and they can give me some starting speeds and powers that I can experiment with on that new item. And usually you have success in a very short time.
This is not what you do full time. This is something you did start out with as a part-time deal. But how are you going to use this with your husband, Bill, going into the future?
Well, we purposely bought this machine to help supplement our retirement. Fortunately, I just retired a month ago.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And so I'm able to now really have fun every day because it's so much fun to be creative in making these things.
Very cool. Now, AP Lazer made it easy for you to buy one of these as well. They finance, right?
That's correct. They have a financing program, and so we're able to finance the machine through them. And we have it set up in our garage. And so we just, any time, day or night, if we want to go play on the Lazer, we can do it. It's an easy operation. You can easily set it up in your garage.
Well, I'm convinced, and every time AP Lazer comes into the studio, I want to buy one, so I'm going to hit the web, and you should hit their website too, aplazer.com. That is going to wrap it up for Motorhead Garage. We thank you for tuning in, and if you've got something you want to see featured on our show, be sure to email jeff@masterstv.com. We'll see you next time on Motorhead Garage, presented by Top Coat.